In today's video, I'm going to show you how to navigate and master Airtable from the ground up, covering everything from the home screen to advanced features like AI and automations. Airtable is one of the most flexible and powerful database tools out there, blending the simplicity of a spreadsheet with the robustness of a relational database. And learning these fundamentals will completely transform how you organize projects, workflows, and even entire teams. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Your Airtable journey begins on the main home screen, which is essentially your command center. When you first log in, you'll see your workspaces laid out clearly. And I want you to think of workspaces as shared folders or digital rooms that hold all your projects and databases. For instance, if you're managing a marketing team and a product development team, you might create separate workspaces for each, keeping everything neatly compartmentalized. At the top, you have a navigation bar that lets you manage your bases, browse templates, access the marketplace for add-ons, or explore the universe for community-built templates. A common pitfall here is jumping straight into a base without organizing your workspaces first, so take a moment to name them clearly. This simple step saves hours of confusion down the road. Now, let's talk about the heart of Airtable: bases. A base, short for database, is a complete dataset dedicated to a specific project, workflow, or department. Think of it as a whole workbook in Excel, but much smarter. Everything you do in Airtable operates within a specific base, so you'll want to create a new base for each major area of work. For example, you might have one base for client onboarding, another for inventory tracking, and a third for content calendars. The key insight here is that each base is self-contained, meaning you can link data between tables within the same base, but you cannot link across different bases without third-party tools. So plan your structure carefully. Group related workflows together in one base to unlock Airtable's relational power. Inside every base, your information is structured into three core elements: tables, fields, and records. Tables are the individual sheets within a base that hold different types of data, like a tasks table and a team members table. I highly recommend grouping similar data into a single table rather than scattering it across multiple tables, because this makes linking and automation much cleaner. Fields are your columns, and this is where Airtable really outshines traditional spreadsheets. Instead of just plain text or numbers, you assign distinct field types such as single-line text, checkboxes, file attachments, date pickers, or formulas. For example, if you're tracking a project's deadline, use a date field rather than a text field. This allows you to filter, sort, and set reminders based on that date later. Records are your rows, and each one represents a single entry, like a specific employee or an individual project task. The beauty here is that every record is an object you can link, tag, and reference across tables, which is impossible in a standard spreadsheet. One of the most powerful features in Airtable is views, which let you change how the same information is presented without altering the underlying data. Instead of creating multiple tabs of the same data like you would in Excel, you simply create different views. You have the grid view, which is the traditional spreadsheet look and perfect for bulk editing. Then there's the Kanban view, which turns your records into cards you can drag and drop between columns based on a status field. Ideal for visual project management. The calendar view displays tasks or events on a timeline anchored to their due dates, which is a lifesaver for scheduling. And finally, the form view generates a shareable data entry form that populates your table automatically. A best practice here is to name each view clearly and use filters to show only what's relevant for that perspective. For instance, create a Today's Tasks view in grid format with a filter that shows records due today. This keeps your focus sharp and your data organized. As you expand your Airtable workspace, you'll want to dive into some advanced features that truly unlock the platform's potential. First up is Omni AI, Airtable's integrated artificial intelligence that lets you automatically generate tables, extract data from text, or format fields using simple text prompts. For example, you could type "create a table for weekly meal planning with columns for day, meal, and ingredients," and it builds the structure for you. Next are automations, which are trigger and action rules you set up to streamline repetitive tasks. A classic example is when a task's status changes to done. It automatically sends an email to the project manager and logs the completion date. Automations save you hours every week, and you can chain multiple actions together. Finally, there's the Interface Designer, which allows you to create customized dashboards for end users to interact with your data visually, like a client portal or a sales pipeline, without giving them access to modify the raw database. This is huge for sharing insights with stakeholders who don't need to understand the backend. By now, you should feel confident navigating Airtable, from organizing workspaces and designing bases to leveraging views and advanced features. The biggest benefit is that you're no longer just storing data. You're building a dynamic relational system that adapts to how you work. As a next step, I encourage you to open your own base, experiment with different field types, and try creating a Kanban view for a project you're currently managing. And if you ever get stuck, just revisit these steps. Saving this video for later is a great way to keep the knowledge handy. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.